guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to show y'all how I made this half vinyl wrap, half template. This came out so beautiful. Of course, the magnificent shine from this is from Jessica Flynn's Epoxy. I'm going to have her website linked down in the description with a discount code for y'all as well. So let's go ahead and dive right in and get started. Alright y'all, this was a super tedious tumbler, but easy at the same time, if that makes sense. So I'm starting off with a 20-ounce skinny straight. I base painted half of it white that I'm going to be putting this template on. I cut out this template with cat scratch paper. I do have a burst tutorial of how exactly I use the cat scratch paper. I'll make sure to link that down in the description as well. But I'm kind of treating this like I would a full vinyl wrap. It's really difficult to get started. You see me struggling here, but I am starting to create an anchor just like I would with vinyl. And I'm going to rip off about an inch or so of that backing and just lay down that sticky piece to make sure that I'm putting everything down straight. Now, luckily this was a pretty small piece here, so I did get it good and straight. It's a little bit harder when it's a full tumbler wrap, but again, I do have one of those tutorials on my channel if you need to watch it. So I'm placing my burst section over that spray painted section. Didn't need the other part to be spray painted just because I'm covering it with vinyl. But I'm just slowly pulling out that yellow backing. I actually got a little bit of it stuck. It was a rough day. And I'm slowly pushing it on, and it's pushing that backing off. So now it's time to put on the vinyl. Guys, I go through a ridiculous amount of steps to to cut my vinyl in roughly the size that I need for it to be. If you know a quicker way, by all means, please do it. I just kind of wrap it around where I want it to be, start a small cut, and start cutting until it's the size that I need it to be. This is just what works for me. I know, like I said, it's a ridiculous amount of steps to do over and over and over. I'm sure just measuring it and then cutting where I measure would be a lot easier, but why do I never do things the easy way? I don't know. So just like that burst, I am going to be creating an anchor, which means I'm going to be removing about an inch or so of the backing and then sticking on the sticky piece to the tumbler where the backing is removed. Just kind of eyeballing it, wrapping it around to see if it is straight. And then once it's straight, I'll be able to slowly place the vinyl onto the tumbler. I make sure to go really slow to avoid wrinkles and air bubbles. If you want to use your hands, totally fine. If you would rather use a squeegee to kind of help things move along, that's fine too. I kind of alternate between both. It's just whatever is easiest for you. So now moving on to that burst template, this is just I'm just peeling the backing off of that cat scratch paper, using some glitter, dumping it right on to the template, because once you pull back the paper, it's super sticky, so you don't need Mod Podge or epoxy or anything to adhere your glitter to the tumbler. So my only tip really is to kind of pat/rub very gently your glitter into that sticky part just to make sure that everything is adhering really well. I will link what glitters I am using from the glitter grind down below. And then I'm also just taking a little chip brush and kind of very gently swiping away the excess glitter, just so it was out of the way when I was peeling up new pieces. I didn't want anything to mix. But like I said, this is a very tedious but a very easy tumbler. I guess it just looks a lot harder than what it really is. It was really fun. Honestly, I'm sitting here watching one of my favorite Netflix shows and it went by pretty quickly. Here's the finished result of that. I am going to seal the glitter with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel. I'm going to pop it on my turner back here from Bama Cups, add 2 coats of epoxy, and then move on. So after 2 coats of epoxy, everything is nice and smooth. I'm going to come in here with some black Oracle 651 vinyl, and I cut these stripes. I believe they were 11 inches tall and 0.12 inches wide. I am outlining that space between the vinyl and the glitter, and then where the template has like the glitter lines, I'm outlining that as well, just to add some like depth, dimension in between the colors. That's totally optional. You don't have to do that. I just decided to add that little pop in there. I think it turned out really nice. Now here I'm just going in with an X-Acto knife that I got from the glitter grind and cleaning up those vinyl stripes to make them nice and clean and crispy. So I don't really think you can see it on camera, but in person I can see where those vinyl stripes overlap, and it gives me like a nice little crease, and that's my indicator to where I need to slice and just clean up those lines so nothing is like overlapping, going crazy. I didn't really stress too much about it while I was applying the lines because I knew I could come back and clean it up later. But that's totally up to you as well. And I'm also going to clean up around the top and bottom rims. I'm slicing just a tiny bit off of that vinyl because I don't want the epoxy to cause any issues around the rim, so I'm removing the vinyl. Then I'll add the final 2 coats of epoxy. She's beautiful. She's so beautiful. The shine is fantastic. Thank you, Jessica Flynn, for this epoxy. I'm obsessed with it. Banff Custom Creations for this vinyl. I'll put the link for this template. The glitter grind for the glitter. Chef's kiss. I love it so much. And before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day. And today's quote is, "Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible." That's all I have for y'all today. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you go check out Banff Custom Creations, The Glitter Grind, and Flynn Sisters Supply Shop. I'm going to have every link down in the description for y'all. If y'all have any questions, like always, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!